Dun, dun. Hello, anybody out here?
Yes, if we're live, we should talk about makers rather than politics.
Hmm?
If we're live, we should talk about maker things rather than politics.
Yeah. We'll skip the politics for now, and Laura's working on some 3D printing over there. This is a case for something?
This is a finger, a mechanical finger. So this is in move. So this is the full-size animatronic finger.
Ah!
So this is the finger. And so the Arduino goes here.
Okay.
And then the servo goes here.
And that makes the fickle finger of fate move?
Yeah, so the finger will move, and so it's the demonstrator finger, and then this is clever. So rather than nuts and bolts, you use 3mm filament as the hinges. As considering we have about a gazillion pounds of 3mm filament, it's good for very little.
Cool. Let's see, anybody showing up? No.
Yeah, everybody last time was a few minutes late, not 5 minutes late.
Yeah, not surprising. We're dealing with Hawaii.
And just the wonders of Google Hangouts as well.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
So our goal is to get the arm for the one.
Okay. I have a laser cut arm that kind of sort of worked.
Okay.
We have to tweak it up a bit because it had all the plastic gear servos.
Okay.
You shouldn't use those for anything other than toys that you're not planning on doing much with.
Yeah, we got a bunch of I got a bunch of the metal gear servos. I didn't get the expensive ones yet. We'll get it working and then we'll pop for $20 a servo.
Yeah, those are going to be fun. Let's see.
Wow, this is hard. Somebody's in.
Somebody's here. Hello. Who's here? Oh, wait. They're on that one then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Brendan?
Hi there, yes, I'm Brandon.
Okay, let's see. We're going to ask you to dial into another one because we've apparently got two going.
Okay.
So
How do I do that?
we will send you an invite.
Let's see. Is that Brendan?
Brendan Allergy or something like that?
I have a Brendan Lagather.
Yeah.
Is that you, Brendan Lagather?
It is.
Okay. Well, I have you in, here in the, on the Google Hangouts page. For the Hawaii Statewide Makers Meetup.
But it depends on which link you clicked.
Right. Oh, I got one viewer here. Let me see. Okay, go away, you stupid little screen. Invite people. Doesn't show me who. Oh, it's one viewer. That must be me.
So do you have a video, or are you just on the telephone?
Well, I'm actually on my iPad, but it has. Believe I'm not sure why it's not actually transferring.
What's your Gmail or email that you?
@globalga.com.
Let's try that again.
Brandon Legauter. And you already have the spelling for that?
Lagater.
Yeah.
At.
And then the at global, GLOBALGAE.com.
Global. At,
PAE.
okay, it's global algae, but kind of tied together.
Yeah, global algae, yeah. Exactly.
Oh yeah, there you go. I'm sending you an invite. You were supposedly invited already.
Okay, we'll close out of this one and there you go. I see, there we go.
Yeah.
I can see.
Yeah, I see video now.
Hey, Laura.
Hey, Carl.
Oh,
Hey.
Carl's on that one too now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we managed to get two set up. Did we lose Carl?
I switched cam.
Oh, okay. So we managed to get two set up, so we're going to ask you to switch over to the other one, which Jerry will be sending you an invite.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's see.
We'll have to go to the other one.
Okay, if you can't find it, dial back in and we'll try to troubleshoot.
Okay, we'll do.
Get somebody in with it?
Not yet.
Hello there. Can you see
Hey, we
me?
got one more. Somebody talking. Brendan.
Yes.
All right. We got Carl coming in from another place somewhere along the way.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh.
Can you actually see video?
No video yet.
Really? Interesting. I might have to, I'm out in the garage. Maybe it's just a poor connection. See if I get closer to my router if that helps.
Okay, now we're up to 2 viewers.
So this one may be switching to who's talking.
It is set up. I'm trying to do that now. I'm going to set up to who's talking. It's my Arduino watch.
Oh, cool.
Little 3D printed case.
Okay, you should have, did I go to the wrong one again?
Yeah. We got you back on the
I'll
other
go back
one.
to the other one. Okay, I'll go back to the other one.
That's okay.
There we go.
Hey, there's somebody. Oh, and I saw some video. Yay!
Yeah.
Video. All right.
Oh boy. My daughter wants to join the call apparently.
Okay.
My little maker in the making.
Hi there.
So what are you doing?
I have a this is a Arduino watch.
Oh, really? Cool. Nice.
Really hard to get to the on-off switch, of course. Real tiny switch. There it is.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah, it's called the O Watch.
I see. Just don't take it to. I'm sure they won't. They'll take a dim view.
Yeah, you don't go very far with it. Don't. It's got a little Arduino, the tiny circuits Arduino in it.
Oh, nice.
And a little LiPo. So it's got actually pretty decent. They managed to get the Arduino and the USB and 4 buttons and the driver for the OLED all in one little tiny board.
Nice. How much was it, if I might ask?
It was a Kickstarter, and unfortunately, I don't quite remember how much. I think it was like $45 or $60, between $40 and $60 for this version.
That's reasonable.
Got a little 3D printed case.
Cool.
And it's pretty cool. And they have this lanyard and this lanyard. I'm not sure what this one. I guess this is one you can braid. Looks like Carl's come back over on the other side.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah, the wrong one. So I'm having trouble finding the link to your other one.
Okay. So you didn't get an email on that one? Well, let me check. So
Is crlz.email@gmail.com?
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, I sent you an invite.
Oh, the one you played today?
no, just
Well, I sent you one earlier today, but let's see here. Come on.
It might just take a while for me to get it right now.
Okay.
I can actually see the event. I just don't know how to this option I'm getting into.
Huh. Well, let's see here.
See if we can figure that out.
So, Brendan,
Mm-hmm.
how did you get in?
Brendan, how did you get into this?
Making in general?
No, in particular.
What's that?
Yeah, that's me on the. I probably sent you the invite on the other side.
Yeah, that's how I got to it. But
Okay.
are we talking about making, or are we talking to the video call?
The video call mostly at this point, because we're trying to figure out how to get Carl on board.
Yeah, I just followed your invite.
Okay.
So.
Well, that worked for that one at least, then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Brendan, where are you?
I'm on Kauai.
Ah, you're one of the Kauai makers then.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Carl's the one who sent my name to you guys. So.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Glad to have you on board.
Well, thank you.
How did you get into making?
One, I'm an engineer, so I'm kind of a professional,
Okay.
jury rigger. But that, and I'm also a woodworker. Like to play around. Just got myself an X-Carve, stuff like that. So I tend to make a lot of things for work. Anytime there's something that needs to be either put together, everything from, put this kitchenette together, for the lab, to, piece of equipment or something that we don't have or can't get made readily on the island, I'll make it.
Uh-huh.
So.
What lab do you work with?
I work for a company called Global Algae Innovations. So
hence the global algae email.
you got it. You got it. I'm one of the senior engineers there, so yay. Good fun. Playing with green muck. And I work between the lab and doing engineering projects there, so never a dull moment.
I've worked a little bit with the Maui Tropical Algae Farm over here.
Oh, really?
They were doing the orange stuff. It starts with A and
Astaxanthin.
Astaxanthin, right?
Yep.
Hey. And astaxanthin, and then they found that spirulina is a much more commercial market.
Yeah, more lucrative crop, easier to do, easier to harvest. Yeah,
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Okay. Not sure what's going on. Just trying to see if we have anyone else. We had Wayne walked in. Our
Hi,
space
Wayne.
here.
Hello.
Hi there, I'm Brendan.
Hi, man.
And this is my daughter, Anna, new
Ah,
maker. Oh, boost her up here.
Jason was involved on your island for a while.
It's on Kauai.
Hawaii, excuse me.
We haven't heard anything from the Oahu guys.
Oh, yeah?
I guess I didn't see them. Well, I saw a couple of the high cap folks when I was over there this past weekend for the unconference, but forgot to invite them until today.
Oops.
That's kind of a last minute. Oh dear, we got to pull this thing together.
Yeah. Yeah. Carl's trying to get us a makerspace here, so it's a nice thing. Hopefully we can get that moving along. We can find a spot. So right now we don't have a place. We just meet in a coffee shop or a library or wherever we can. So it's nice you guys have somewhere to congregate and gather and work on things.
Yeah, we at the unconference we had the state librarian was there.
Oh yeah.
And she was very interested in the makers, and there's apparently a fair bit going on in the schools, and a strong interest in from all the various makerspaces, all the libraries. They got 51 locations statewide. They'd love to have makers there. The trick is having makers and having maker equipment and having makers are not necessarily the same thing.
Yeah.
It's easy enough to spend a few $1,000s or get a grant or a donation for equipment, but it's not the same as actually getting somebody stuff to run. You need help to work.
Yep. I was spoiled before I came here. I lived in San Diego, and they had no, not Fab Lab. It was actually called Maker Place.
Okay. There were several of them.
It was quite the operation. Very large. They had everything from wood shop, metal shop, 5-axis mills, MIG and TIG and stick welders, oxyacetylene welders, sheet metal brakes. I think they had 4 or 5 epilogue lasers, paint booth system. They even had a whole bay for sewing and quilting. It was really amazing. They had SolidWorks, they had an electronics room. It's really something else. They had a big V-carve router, you know, would take a 4x8 sheet. I mean, it was quite the impressive setup.
Nice.
And
I've
then
seen
came here, and
like that.
there's whatever you have in your garage is what we have here on Kauai.
Yeah. When you've got a big city like that that's got some history and some population to it,
Yeah,
easier to find the people and easier to find the space.
for sure. For sure.
We've been struggling here. Oh, I started this group 6 years ago, and we've only had this space now for a year and a half, or a year and a couple of months. We were out in the cane fields before. We had a container out in the cane field.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't really all that effective for things, but we had some good meetings out there and some decent fun times building stuff. But not all that effective for being able to use the equipment when you had to run an extension cord to a building next door to get power.
For sure.
But
There's Carl.
hey, Carl.
Hey guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for organizing this.
You're welcome. Thanks for attending.
Yep.
I guess we did a while tonight. They haven't responded.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from anybody over there on Oahu.
Is Ross joining in?
Oh.
Hey Brandon.
Hey, Carl. This is my little maker in training.
Hey.
This is Anna. Say hi, Anna.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I got a couple of people from High Cap want to join us.
Cool. Awesome.
So I just sent them an invite. We'll see if they can get it.
So before I got on, I was listening, I was viewing, and I heard you recounting unconference a little bit.
Okay. What was your opinion of the event? Aha! Somebody's popped in briefly. See how it.
Jesse.
All right.
Hey Jesse. Well, there we go.
Yep.
There's some folks.
Sort of an arm and lights and readjusting the camera, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like they have their sound off, at least on my screen.
Yeah, they're muted.
My opinion, unconference, that was pretty cool. Certainly kind of Honolulu specific, but very nice. I like that. The discussions were great.
So what exactly was the unconference?
Oh, that's ISIS, I think.
Yes.
That's ISIS. There we go. All right.
Brandon, the conference had meetings and then also had a hackathon that was going on during the conference.
Cool.
The way they run the unconference is
I know.
at the beginning, in the week ahead of the unconference, people can submit topics, and they can submit them there the day of the event. And when you arrive, you're given 5 stickers, which you put on the use to vote for the topics you want to hear. And when then they select the top topics, and they put them into 4 rooms running in parallel. And it's basically talk story time, open discussion.
Open mic hackathon type thing.
Yeah, an open mic, a big round. They had all the tables set up in this big circle, square, rectangle. There we go. Some high cap guys keep popping in like that.
Yeah, I recognize the lockers.
Hey, those are the famous high cap lockers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very distinctive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brandon,
Yep.
that's not safe for kids. We'll talk about it some other time.
Check.
There's a history there.
Okay. Well, I have my
Like-
headphones on, so you can talk about it all you want. She can't hear a thing, so.
Well, I
They are
can't.
recording, though.
They used to belong to a gentleman's club, is the best way to phrase it.
Ah.
But yeah, it's like it was a by box chili. They had a place that closed down, and we got their lockers. There was even a pair of shoes that someone got out of them.
No. Stilettos.
Yeah. Yeah. They were. Someone saw them, and they're like, "Those are nice," and they fit her, and she just like, "Oh, I'll just wear these to the bar." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't know where they're from, but but
I don't know where they've been, but okay.
yeah."
So did anybody else hear the bite marks last week where the folks at Computational Learners gave the Honolulu Maker Faire half of their prize?
No.
Bert Lum told me about it at the end of the conference, the unconference. Apparently, Computational Learners is an Oahu company that teaches programming. They have these programming camps for kids and adults, apparently too. But they have a bunch of them for kids, and they won the Social Innovators Award, which got them $6,000. And they donated half of it to the Honolulu Maker Faire.
Awesome.
Wow.
I'm not sure who they donated it to, but apparently John Sear knows about it. And that's a good kick to get us going.
Is who's running the Mini Makers Faire this year?
So it's still kind of John Shear, although he's trying to pass the baton.
Yeah.
Jesse's going to run it.
What? Oh, man. That'd be a pretty
Organized on the 25th. I'm sure they any help they can get on that. We're going to be the sponsor for it, and they're going to run all of the funds through Maui Makers.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah. If they needed a nonprofit to run the funds through.
Okay. So I guess the funds will come to us from.
Yeah, so we'll be getting the funds and parsing them out. And so the next big organizational thing, I think, is the 24th or the 25th. It's a Thursday. And we're going to do a Google Hangout. And then they set up a kind of a bulletin board if anybody is interested. We can get you an invite to it. It's on Slack.
Ah, I just like that.
Okay. If you need help, and we can help in Kauai somehow, please give us a holler. It looked like they were pretty overworked last year. You know.
It's a lot of work to get one done.
Mm-hmm. Last year's was great. It was a heck of an event.
Most definitely. The last 2 years have been really good. I've been really impressed. We do need to get things rolling on it so that the Make Media will be happy with us too.
Yeah, so there's somebody who's handling Hebert is going to be helping out. I have no idea who Hebert is. And it looks like Oahu Makerspace will help out. They need some help during the event. And then drumming up grants. I was thinking for some of us on the outlying islands, we were brainstorming at one point in time about maybe trying to get some sponsors to send over from the outline live.
Yeah, we could certainly try that over here. You know, the missile range is a big one on our island often. HMSA or HPH, the hospital, those guys. Yeah, KIUC. Those tend to sponsor a lot of stuff here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I think they're going to go after the HTDC grant again, which was what allowed us to send folks over to man the booths and to carry stuff. So it looks like they'll submit that again.
If you guys on Kauai can get some sponsorship to travel over there, that would also be great.
Yeah, last year the HTDC paid for us. They gave us travel allotments. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I figure if for us, if we can get some that maybe if a member's got a cool project over here.
Shipping.
Yeah, try to get opportunities for more than just kind of the diehards to go over.
Yeah, we need more or broader people. Maybe we, the woman who was there, Joyce, I think it was, who was from the Hawaii librarians. The state librarian was very interested in makers at the unconference. And we get her and some of the other folks to show up and do some contribution. Maybe they can take some money in or drag some money into it, or at least some people, some volunteers.
Yeah, at least in Oahu too, it'd be nice to kind of expand the community of people who come and demonstrate. Lots of artist guilds, that kind of stuff, like Hawaii Craftsmen, yada yada yada. It'd be great to get them kind of in part of it. Probably just a matter of outreach. You know, statistically, you'll get a few of them, but just calling people who aren't the same people we always talk to.
Yeah, but I like that idea of hooking in with the librarians, because they're pushing the Makerspaces. So
and the schools too. There was apparently a meeting over on Oahu a week or two ago. There was all the schools, and I stumbled across it. Forgot how, but it was a whole page full of links on how to start a makerspace and maker curriculums and so forth for schools. And there was 5 or 6 schools that were involved.
Here in Kauai, we've been talking with Hawaii Society for Technology Education, HSTE, and the Kauai group's pretty active. And so, in fact, we're going to go to their unconference. I guess it's the 16th of April. So they might be. They're certainly willing on trying to bring tech to the teachers. So maybe we can get them to represent. You know, make some networking too. Yeah.
So that is on Kauai?
Well, HSTE is part of an international organization. It's bigger. I know that they have an Oahu branch, but I know that Lisa, who's here at Kauai, she's quite active. So our island might be a little more active than some of the other islands.
Okay.
I know that she was pulling some big grants that she got kudos for at the state level. But yeah, we should try. We'll try to network with as many people as we can. You know.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys have been quiet over there.
In Kauai, yeah. Well, we got to keep our heads down and get some space. So we gotta. Last year we were only word of mouth because we wanted to kind of get the right people involved before we expand. So this year we're going to change that paradigm and get more public. Obviously with the libraries and all that kind of stuff. Now is the time to reach out. So what's going on with you guys' CNC there in Maui?
We got the e-car software.
Oh yeah, it's nice, right? It's okay.
Yeah, it's nice. The only thing I was disappointed is it doesn't do the 3D as well, but it seems the toolpaths seem much easier to do than 360. So I think we're going to stick with Fusion 360 for 3D, and we'll use, for simple stuff on the router, we'll probably use the vector software.
So, okay, so you'll use Fusion 360 for your CAD. What will you do for 3D CAM? What program, what does Fusion do that? Does Fusion do toolpaths to your machine?
It spits out an STL file, and then I was reading that it will actually do the slicing. I haven't tried that yet, but I think it will actually hook into your slicing program. But it spits out an STL.
Nice. I like to hear how that works.
Yeah, I've done several designs. Down to the what I'm guessing is the normal bed, the Eclipse. But I think this one Fusion 360.
Nice.
A plastic fishing lure.
That's a print.
I understand that 360 does do G-code and toolpath itself.
Yeah, I've tried the toolpath. I find it non-intuitive.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do over here. We got eCarve for free, but there's a free Linux one out there I'm trying to get running. I haven't really had a lot of time fooling around with it. But that does CAM. That'll do 3D CAM to a CNC machine. Maybe it's worth it for free. I don't know. We'll find out.
But that's not toolpaths. That's just running the machine, right?
No, that would be your toolpaths, and then exporting it in G-code so that your machine can handle it. Probably communicating with the machine.
Okay.
I don't think eCarve lets you take G-code into it and then talk to the machine, but I might be wrong on that.
No, it doesn't. We're using Mach 3 CNC, which
Yeah.
with the machine. So
The Shapeoko we got over there on the shelf had some sort of a send G-code program with it that basically it was just a communication software to the Arduino, which ran the Shapeoko.
Yeah.
With the Gerbil board on it, but it was when I had it at my place. It had the lesser router on it. It had this pretty much non-functional Chinese knockoff router. That the spindle on it went like this.
Could carve butter real well.
I don't know if it would even carve butter. It was pretty messy. But we now have this DeWalt on there, and I haven't seen it running in a while, so I'm not sure what its status is.
Well, you can. I think with the Shapeoko, in case you need to, I think you can use Xcarve's or Inventable's software, the eCarve program.
The easel.
The easel, yeah, because they offer upgrades from Shapeoko to their equipment.
Right, they were originally selling the Shapeoko and the Shapeoko 2, and the Shapeoko 3 got sold off to or taken over by another company, and they went with their eCarve or whatever it is, the new carve thing. They have 2 new versions of it over there at Instructables, apparently.
Yeah, I guess what happened was the guy who more or less invented the Shapeoko, he actually was basically using Inventables as basically as kind of e-commerce site, and they had kind of a falling out, and he went his way with another company, and they continued on with their own product, the Xcarve, which is just slightly different enough from the Shapeoko. There was actually a good podcast. I think it was the podcast for makers. I think it was a couple weeks ago or something. I can't remember exactly when, but I just happened to listen to it, the podcast on it last week.
So, Brendan, do you have yours running? I know you had blue lights up and running on your X-Carve.
Yeah, I've actually run a test pattern on it now, and I'm just trying to figure out how to get everything just so I'm kind of OCD and anal retentive. So when I see one side 5 thousandths out from what it's supposed to be, it really bugs me. and another direction is 12 thousandths out. It's like that's almost like 3 sheets of paper. That's not going to do. So,
You're a mechanical engineer, right? Didn't I catch that somewhere?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, guilty as charged.
Yeah.
So I gotta figure out how to. I played around with the steps in the Gerbil the Gerbil settings, and that seemed to actually work right. But when I went to actually carve some rather small holes, they were kind of oblong, and like I got to figure out what's going on here. I don't know if it's a belt tightness thing. It might be. I got to make sure that the belts are even. That kind of thing. They're pretty close, but I gotta have some way to measure it. Otherwise, I'm gonna go crazy. Again, that anal retentive OCD side of me. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you looked for YouTube videos on how to calibrate it?
Yeah, they're kind of iffy on actually, calibrating belt tension. It seems to be more like about feel than anything real. So I think I'm going to try to come up with something with a certain distance and a spring. A spring should have a certain spring constant. So that means that at a certain distance, it should be at a certain height. And if they're both at the same height, then they should both be the same tension.
Yeah.
Go from there. That's probably what I'll give a try next. Because my feel for me is just not good enough. So if I can't put a measuring tool on it, forget it. So that's just the way I am.
Do you guys in Maui have any advice on calibrating a machine? I know your machine's a bit different, but you guys have some experience there, don't you?
Not with like Jerry said, the Shipoko has kind of been sitting here.
Yeah, we built it 2-3 years ago, and it got used a little bit. Then it went to somebody else for a little while who had it, and then it got abused there. Some parts disappeared, and they were all excited about it at first, and then they railed about how horrible it was because it didn't do everything immediately for them. One of those great expectations things. People have a lot of hype around how great these desktop machines, 3D printers, or cars will be, and it turns out to be a lot more work than people expect.
Yeah, and not plug and play. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So and the TAG mill CNC that we have, it seems to be pretty well dialed in. I did some root commands and measured where it is. So if it's off, it's not off by much. And I guess, yeah, I understand your sentiments, Brendan, about the doing it by feel, not wanting to do it by feel. That's kind of how I started out with 3D printing. Now I'm kind of in the feel group, so.
Yeah, it's probably like the various kind of steps of grief and remorse. First is anger, then you're kind of like you're denial, then anger, then acceptance. You're kind of more the acceptance level.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. You just kind of learn it and get a feel for it. Because I remember the calibration stuff on the 3D printer, calibrating the bed, And just now it's like, oh, just dial it in and it hits them. So.
Yeah. And I probably have too tight of an expectation of what the thing can do, but you know, I'm still going to try to dial it in as good as I can. Kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, and I guess I would think that it should be more on the steps on the stepper motors.
Yeah, could be. I've only got a small strip of MDF that's attached to it right now because I've actually to the one side of me. I may as well spin the camera here. There you can see kind of a base cabinet. It's probably not all that good. I'm trying to manipulate my camera. Here, I got a base cabinet, and on top of there is you see a couple sandwich layers of MDF. What that is a home-built vacuum table. So I've been hesitating on cutting the top of the vacuum table because it's not just going to be holes. I'm actually going to insert a bunch of threaded inserts so I can also clamp to that vacuum table. So I could use it for, you know, if I want to get a drag knife, I can use it for cardboard or paper or leather. Then just switch out to, if I want to you know, either clamps or a vacuum hold down. Whatever I want to do. So that's why I haven't put any holes in it yet. So I just have a strip of MDF that I had left over from making the table to basically run test patterns on. And that's what I just started doing the other night. Don't get a lot of time to do it between work and little daughter. So, you know.
Yeah.
Take time when I can get it. So.
Yeah. Understand the feeling, so. Oh, okay.
And Pete just came back from he was down at in Kihei for the non-eclipse eclipse. It was kind of wet, so they.
We had a live feed from Haleakala that was intermittent because of network considerations.
Oh, well, it said intermittent clouds is when I looked at it.
I saw it drop out too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it was raining here too, so it was overcast. So it's like, oh, good.
Hey, I like your Instructable shirt. Did you win that in a competition?
yes,
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And then this is our hand, so we've been doing the prosthetic hands. This is the
latest.
latest one.
That's an Enable group?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we're trying to hook up. There's a 14-year-old in one of the schools over here who wants to get involved with that. So we're going to try to get him on the tools.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got to meet with him and his parents at the school and kind of figure that out. But we'll probably give you a holler or get him mentoring via the whole, especially since you guys are very active. I think if I heard it right, this kid in Kauai kind of is interested in that as a career. So.
Oh, cool.
Excellent.
Your PR is awesome from that too, man. How you guys got on national news? That's amazing.
No, it wasn't us on national news. It was a little backwards on that.
Yeah, the
Boy,
kid
you helped, but still.
first.
Yeah.
And once he got on the national news, somebody gave him the printer, and then they struggled here locally trying to find somebody that could actually run the printer and make parts for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so I thought the thing on Doctors was actually a follow-up once you guys succeeded in printing him a hand.
No. We didn't do the editing on that.
No. It looks great though. It does look great.
We'll take the PR that way then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Did you guys hear about the Georgia Tech researchers are kind of, with the whole prosthetics taking off? They made the third robotic arm for a drummer.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. There's the Open Bionics is another group that's out there doing stuff now. Some of the I think Open Bionics is more electronic and actuated. rather than just the pure mechanicals that Enable uses.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's impressive to see those things happening now.
I got some good pictures.
That's a real disruptor, that's for sure.
About 3:30.
Yeah.
Ron stopped by.
Hey, I see that at high capacities microphone's off, but
Yeah.
now you're on.
I just.
Do you guys still have your 3D printer? What? I know you guys are mostly software guys, and you're like leaders in that. But what do you guys got for hardware over at your center? I've never been to it, the new one.
Well, we have a 5th gen MakerBot that causes as much trouble as you hear about them causing trouble. But we have some of the KCC students coming in the last couple of weeks. They've been printing, but they're also into like post-processing the print and then setting up for casting. I guess they were able to get around Smooth-On's embargo by ordering the sample packs off Amazon. But I guess Fiberglass Hawaii also has some equipment as well, but I haven't really seen what they've done with that so far. So we might be doing that more. We have a 19 with like CAD and stuff on it. Someone donated an old Bitcoin miner, so it has a pretty powerful graphics card and all that stuff. Nice computer. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, Noah's been hammering away at a circuit board for advanced soldering workshop, do some surface mount. So he's been designing that. Got the design back from Osh Park, and they had to make some changes because there's a couple bugs in the board. So they're gonna send those back for editing. I think after they make changes. But well, Noah's in the hallway, or he probably describe it all. He'll probably come back in here. Noah, do you want to talk about your board?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, it's for me. I'll just ask Tom to describe the advanced soldering workshop. He's grabbing it for the camera. Yeah.
Those Osh Park guys are cool, man. Those are some nice dudes there.
Yeah, yeah. So there's the board right there. Pretty complicated.
Actually, it's very simple.
Well, to me, it's complicated.
There's board, a fair bit of stuff on there.
Yeah.
No, this is very simple.
It's simple to know.
You should have seen the previous version.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we have our like intro soldering badges. Did you guys see those from last year's fair?
The Makers Fair.
Yeah. We had. You should have some actually. Yeah. So we did the high cap branded badges, the intro soldering course. So those are with a little switch and then directions on them.
Nice.
So that was for the advanced soldering workshop for last year's Mini Maker Fair.
They look cooler in person.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, those are cool.
We do a lot of software here, but there's just as many people tinkering on Arduinos and building custom circuit boards and things like that here as well. But yeah, we have our workbenches with soldering irons. We got a nice Weller and a Hacko in as well. So we had Alan before he abandoned us to Seattle. I'm just gonna say that he abandoned us. No, his startup started over there, and he's off doing better things. But he donated his Weller and some other equipment to us, which is really cool. Let's see, are we doing anything else with hardware right now besides the project with the Nook? Oh yeah, we got the ISIS got the Edison in, so that's here as well. So fun stuff.
It was ordered around like February.
Yeah. But we might. You said you were going to bring CNC in, maybe, or?
Yeah. So I've got a Probotix X90. I put it together.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So it's just like my second meetup. I'm actually marine bio grad student, but I like hacking stuff a lot. So yeah, I've got a Probotix X90 that it's kind of rusting up over at HIMB where I'm at, or the rails are getting a bit of rust on it. So I think I'm going to bring it over here. We're going to try to get it going. Got a nice speed controller and stuff on it, so we'll see what we can do with it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I mean, we don't do a lot of hardware, but we're trying. Ross still has his way beat, though.
Oh, it's funny. We did introduce a girl to Engineering Day a couple of weeks ago. We got some middle school girls here and asked if they'd ever done any soldering, and one girl said, "Did you say slaughtering?" And so we did paper circuits, but we did them with surface mount components. So we made them solder surface mount components as their first time.
We do still have that conductive ink as well. So I mean, I think we did those little houses before. I wonder if they would work well with the surface mount stuff.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
What's your thought on that conductive ink? Is it worth it for the cost?
I don't
Or is
like
it too
the
pricey?
pens, but you can get like the little tiny container of it. It worked well for our projects, right? For the little houses that we had made with conductive ink, that worked pretty well. I mean, the kids spent more time decorating the houses than making the circuit.
Well,
which is good. It's good. They're able to learn a little bit, but I feel like Minecraft kind of destroys all of that because it's like they have that way more complex in that game. So they have a crazy circuit system in that game that's pretty close to real life. So, I wish Yolani and some other schools here were talking about teaching in Minecraft. It's surprising how much stuff they get in there between the programming and the circuitry stuff. Someone even made like a computer processor in the game, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. At Unconference, I don't know if you guys met the one guy who gave one of the Ignite talks. He's doing Minecraft, and they're doing the Hawaiian watersheds in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's pretty cool. I know that like Gabriel Iolani even went to the Minecraft convention and gave a talk there about how they introduced it into the curriculum there. So that was pretty neat. Got invited to the official conference, and I mean, I'm glad that there's more people teaching it here because it's a great platform. The kids like it. It's like virtual Legos basically, and you can kind of incorporate a lot of different learning elements into it. Not that I'm teaching it myself, but I did play it quite a little bit too much when it came out.
Yeah. We've got an alarm going off over here, so that's...
Is that standard operating procedure? SOP?
No, it's the roosters.
Hey,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
when I was at Unconference, I talked to Edward Kim from HiCap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we kind of touched on something. So if we do these Google Hangouts and stuff like that, Edward had mentioned that you guys have got some really good forum technology software stuff. You guys interested in like a statewide sort of like knowledge sharing forum?
Speaking of that, so Ed and James, they're like kind of some of the founders of HiCap. They actually, James kind of co-founded a Hawaii Tech Events page. Have you guys seen that yet? HNL.io?
No, I heard about it. Yeah.
But it has. They added it. There's a project page there too, where you can set up projects. They just added that. I think last couple days, so you can check it out. But I think so. James and Ed both work on forum software as well. I think for the Bitcoin community, so that's probably what he was referring to in that regard. But I think between the two, HNL.io and what they have developed at Slickage, that would definitely be a possibility to kind of get all the maker groups together onto a board here. I would definitely check out that website. It's pretty neat. They have a lot of cool features already, and I'm kind of talking to them about maybe introducing a thing where they can add like workshops and things there too, as a conduit for that. But you can even put your event up there, like your makerspace as a venue for events as well. Maybe I can put it on my screen here actually. I don't work for HNL.io, just
some sort of knowledge sharing base where we can go back and search and stuff like that. I think would be really useful.
Yeah, and we have a great Slack channel as well. If you guys are on that, I think Jerry's on it. I can send you. We have like 200 some people of the tech community here in Oahu and on the mainland and everywhere else too. I think we have, let's see, 213 some people on there now, something like 243 people, and there are 94 channels. Slack actually gave us like Slack Pro for free, so all that knowledge is searchable. It's not a wiki though, so it's a little different. It's like IRC with history saved, which is kind of cool. Just shoot me your email. I can add you to it. We can, we have a high capacity channel, but feel free to put your own channels on there. I mean, Slack is like $5 per member when pro, and we get it for free. So
So all those are new to me. I think we'd be interested in any kind of solution. We kind of wanted something in-house, but I don't see why we wouldn't want to share information cross-state or bigger.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that too. I mean, not us, but I'm sure Ed Software can handle that. Kind of like have a forum. I'm sharing HNL.io right now. This is their site, but you know, all the the high cap hardware nights right here. It's kind of right now. So, but I know it says HNL for Honolulu, but I think it's Hawaii wide. So I know that people tend to be Oahu centric over here, which is unfortunate. But yeah, you know. Yeah, and then we have a great Slack channel. So just toss me your email, and I can add you guys to it, and we can talk about maybe doing the what's it called? Ed actually had to leave, but he was here earlier. We can talk about expanding out and getting some of this software out to you guys. I think it's open source too. I think it's just online somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, from our standpoint, it would be nice to have a place outside of like Facebook or even Gmail, Google Forms or whatever, something that anybody can go to with whatever email address they're running, and that kind of stuff. But if we're gonna have a conversation on CNC or whatever, it'd be nice to have that stuff not lost.
Yeah. That's that's the bad part about IRC, right? You leave the channel, it's gone. So we have a wiki set up on our website as well. And so between the Slack and the wiki and HNL.io, it's kind of handling our events on HNL.io. Slack's become our IRC replacement, and it keeps history, and you can search through your history too, so it's pretty nice. Mm-hmm. The forum software we don't have deployed for the hackerspace, mostly because I don't know, we haven't needed it. The forum software that Ed developed over for Bitcoin. Or one Bitcoin community, something like that. Sorry, is it?
I think it's supposed to do more live interactive with Slack, and then
we do a lot of wiki, Slack, and real life meetings more so than forums. Let's see, is there anything else? I mean, we have a Facebook page, but we don't really use it that much now. I mean, it's like a secondary. Just advertisements.
Yeah.
What we'd like to see is in some place where people can share hints and tips, and there's things that are harder to do here in Hawaii or places like just buying stuff.
Yeah.
Or
that's true. Yeah.
Or things like that, and just.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I definitely agree with that. I mean, like having a forum would be great too. I think.
Yeah, and if we kind of quasi agree on it, but kind of roll it out across all of us, then it should have a lot of life. It should be very fertile and keep rolling.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I sorry to interrupt, but I got to bow out. I got to help take care of the little girl. So, hey, it's super cool. Thank you for letting me be a fly on the wall here, and I definitely want to be involved in the next time. So, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks for coming.
And I'll try to get a hold of you, Jesse, so I can get on the the HNL.io. Thank you.
Oh yeah. You guys can sign up for that. I mean, all on your own. It's completely free. I don't run that business. It's like I said. It's James was a co-founder, but Joseph, who is at Unconference, is actually kind of head of that development right now. But they have community pages too, so you guys can post, like, they have a little sub for forums, so you can have a forum on there. It's not as feature complete as some other forums, but something.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That too. Yeah.
All right, Brendan.
See you guys later.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'll definitely bug Ed. He was here, but he had to go. So I'll make sure he gets contact with you about that forum software. I mean, he might even have like a GitHub link where you can has directions for installing it, or we can just help out and get that somewhere for you. But yeah, I'll talk to him about it. I got to bug him about. We have a Stripe payment system too for dealing with membership. So we wanted to get off PayPal. So we have that set up as well. That might be something nice as a shared resources for you guys too. But I'll talk to him about that. It's like it's how we do our membership payments and things like that. And I feel like more of that kind of stuff could be out there for other makerspaces to use.
Yeah, I would be interested. Why did you choose to get off of PayPal? Because of the commissions or what?
We had a lot of people who didn't want to do PayPal. They rather do cash, and the commissions were a little bit like I don't know. It was we still have a PayPal account, but we just had some people who. So we actually use Stripe now, which I think has a little bit lower fees. Yeah, something like that. But we have our own little portal for dealing with membership payments. You have a login. You can manage your membership there. I don't think it's as public facing as it should be, but yeah, it's there for members. So we can set up coupon codes and things like that too for students, and limit their use or whatnot. So just a little bit more control over the payment system compared to PayPal. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah, it'd be nice to share those kinds of tips and tricks too. I think.
I think most of it's just like it's being developed, so it wasn't really put out there. But I'll talk to Ed about that, about what we can offer for these kinds of systems that could be in use by other makerspaces and things like that. So, and that is what we mostly do is software. So.
Yeah,
so you guys have.
Last time it lasted about an hour, so.
Yeah. You guys have any updates for everybody? No.
Pretty much updated where we're at.
Okay. All right. Anybody else know? Yeah. I think Ed was planning to say something, but he was probably mostly about the forum kind of stuff. Let's see. I think we have some stuff on our GitHub as well, but I don't think there's anything updated recently, right? No. We had like our own repository. Not GitHub, but we had our own GitLab. GitLab. We had our own GitLab for projects. It's kind of like a GitHub.
Board designs are up there.
The board designs are up there. Okay. Okay. Cool.
So. They're up there, bugs and all.
Bugs and all.
So don't use it before talking.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a GitLab. Is that on the HiCap site? It's kind of like our own version of GitHub.
I don't think it's linked externally.
Okay.
Although there might be links from the video.
Can you guys hear him? I don't. Probably not.
No.
On and off? No, not really. Okay.
Not too much.
He was saying that we have a GitHub, GitLab that it's kind of like our own hosted GitHub for project repositories, but it's not really linked on the website, so it's kind of private right now. But that might be something that we should document as well. But I guess the board designs are on there in their buggy state, so don't download them without having talked to Noah first. Yeah, we have a lot of those kind of resources we're developing for the hackerspace. So I feel like we could be sharing more and more of those. I'm not sure how interested you guys would be in for a software or hardware software repository, but.
Yeah. Well, we do have a core of members that are really into the software.
Gotcha.
Next week we're actually going to do an Ableton class with.
Cool.
The DJ software.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think over here in Kauai we have kind of sporadically scattered people, but for them to connect to the other communities in the state, like HiCap and some of the other makers that are doing software, would be awesome for them, because they feel totally isolated sometimes over here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Slack, we've had it for like less than a year, and it's been growing like crazy. And I kind of think we're a little bit nuts with the amount of channels that we have now, but there's a lot of good discussion there. I mean, Code for Hawaii has their discussion chat room there as well, so it's been pretty great for organizing. I mean, they've been plugging in Unconference there like crazy right before Unconference. That was pretty cool.
Cool. Cool.
So, I mean, was there any other plans for Maker Faire coming up, by the way? Is Scott had any details about that? Because we really, besides the soldering workshop, I really haven't heard anything on this side. We've had a couple of people asking about it. But
Yeah, nothing's been planned yet. If you want to get in on the planning, I can send you all the information on each meeting. It's
and Jerry, you mentioned the Barnes and Noble's things come back, right? Like the mini maker.
Yeah, there was a report on Make Magazine that Barnes and Noble is signed up to do the November Mini Maker Faire again, as well as a number of events throughout the year. I don't have my connection over there at our one and only Barnes and Noble here, but the girl we worked with before has left Barnes and Noble. But we'll go back and check them out and see if we can what's going to happen with that. Yeah. It looks like it's a good thing. I mean, you guys have a Barnes and Noble or two of them over there, don't you?
Yeah,
on a wall.
We have a couple of them, I think. Yeah. They even opened up a little mini one at HPU, but I don't think they'll count that in the event. It's like a little bookstore. Yeah, we weren't there last year, but I think maybe Ross was. We kind of found out a little last minute, or we were just kind of skeptical of it at the time. So I'm glad it went. I heard it went pretty well though, so we might try to make it there this year. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not sure yet. Depends on what everyone else wants to do.
Yeah,
do they have one in mind? Sorry.
The one over here is over in Lahaina, which makes it a little bit inconvenient for most of our active makers. Being on the west side, nobody wants to drive 45 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
But there are a fair number of people who were locals over there on the west side that are very interested, including some CNC folks. So looking forward to getting back involved with them.
Very cool. Yeah.
So it looks like, looking through the traffic on the Honolulu Maker Faire, the Thursday, March 24th is the meeting with Maker Media. And then after that, then we'll start rolling out all the social media. So until we get that approved, we can't really push it. So that looks to me like what they're waiting for. But I don't see that many people on the organizing committee yet. So it's myself, John Shear, Brian Shee, Nathan, and Ross. I'm sure they'd like more people.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it'd be good to get some high cap folks in there, and you know, just bodies on the ground on Oahu will help a lot on making it happen. Hopefully, we get to have it at Iolani again. That's a nice location for it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'd be cool if we can have it there again. They seem to like the last two, so it's just, I guess it's just about whether or not the time slot's open for them.
I think they did set it up.
They did set it up at Iolani already?
I think.
Oh, you think so? Cool.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, Iolani, and I think there's probably some more paperwork they have to do. Some of this is paperwork.
Oh.
Yeah, because of Make wants all their ducks in a row. You got to go through that. Maybe I should have to get in on that one. I don't know. I haven't been getting the emails on that, so maybe I'm not.
Yeah.
On the email.
How did the event like last year go in terms of enough sponsors? I know there was about 1,000 people that came through. You know, I didn't get much of a debrief on that, but how'd that work out, or what's the feel on it? I mean, from our point of view, it seemed like it was really a great success. A lot of audience loved it, but.
Yeah. My understanding is it was a good success. They had a little bit left over to get rolling for this year. So.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure HTDC is having fun it last couple of years. I think they really liked what's been happening the last couple of years. But I'm not as familiar with how much they contributed at the time, but yeah, I know they did help quite a bit with the soldering workshop.
Yeah, so it's really just getting a champion. Because I guess John's kind of tapped out. Some of the folks have been pushing it, and
Yeah.
so that's why they're pushing for more folks. Get some new blood in, get them some relief.
Yeah. 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 Well, hopefully someone gets the bug and wants to take over for John, or he can mentor someone this year. You know, I haven't found anyone in the high cap that's really eager to jump in for that. And I don't think Ross is over at the Makerspace. You know, I think we're all overwhelmed with just running the spaces. So having to run a con is pretty intimidating to most of us. But I don't know.
We'll get Isis to go do it. Where is she? She's still there?
Isis, do you want to run Mini Maker Fair?
What?
You want to run Mini Maker Fair? She says hi.
I was volunteering you, girl.
Yeah, she's like, nope. Oh man. Yeah, it's
on high fashion.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, running Maker Faire is a big deal. So it's like most of us are like, I don't know if I want to take over for John, but yeah, I think most of us were hoping Alan was going to do it.
Well, maybe we'll get lucky and some of the librarians or school folks will take it on and promote it there.
Oh yeah, definitely, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
with the librarians about it, they were saying they were going to try it. That they thought it'd be really great to have the governor declare, you know, the Maker Day or something alongside it. And
yeah, if Stanley can have a day, we can have a Maker Day.
Yeah, Maker Day. Hawaii Maker Day. I would be really jazzed.
Yeah, definitely. But just let's see. Yeah, I think that's. Well, it would be tough to have it on the same day every year, but I'm sure we can work it out. As long as there's a Maker Day.
Yeah. Well, the governors will do that. You know, they'll whoever promotes it long enough gets. You know, they'll choose a day and they'll change every year, and who knows who's going to be the governor in a year or two or three.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, cool, guys.
Hello.
Right there.
Hey, Jess.
What's up? How you doing?
Hi. Sorry, I missed you over there last couple of times.
Oh, what time did you guys meet?
At the Uncom.
Oh, the unconference. Oh, okay. How was it?
It was fun. It was interesting, and then we wound up hanging out Sunday over there in Honolulu for a bit. Good.
Oh, cool. Well, aloha and aloha.
Yeah, we have you up on the projector over here, so everyone in the room can see all you guys.
Yeah, like from
We're all looking over that way.
Yeah, that's why we're looking up. Is because you're on the wall.
I've been called off the wall, but okay, I'm out on the wall.
Yeah, everyone's like eyeballs into their projects right now, so. Yeah. It's been pretty busy tonight.
Here's one for you guys. I don't think you were on when we started, but this is
cool.
The O-Watch.
O-Watch.
It's a tiny circuits Arduino.
Wow.
In a little watch. It's got a USB port hanging off it with my battery on it right now to charge it up. But
nice.
Then it'll program up. You can get there's enough space in there to put one of the daughter boards in it, and they have a sensor board as well as a Bluetooth light board you can get for it. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it next, though. I don't know. I don't wear a watch, but it was a, it's an Arduino. It's an Arduino watch.
Yeah, it's awesome.
With a nice color screen. Look at all the colors it comes out. Well, where is it? Okay, there are all the colors.
Does it do something other than watch?
It's an Arduino. You can program it to do whatever you want. Downside is getting any pins out of there to drive the LED for other things.
Yeah. How do you? I guess you have to do it wirelessly somehow, or?
Yeah, I guess you get the Bluetooth light running on it, and then you could then it could work. I got to chase down. It just arrived this week, so I had to figure out what to do with it.
That's the fun part. Well, not, but it is some fun part. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, do we get anything fun lately? I know that someone on the Slack was asking about getting the new Raspberry Pi. Does anyone get one of those in?
Yeah.
Ryan Ozawa was asking about that. He wanted to borrow it for a day. Though it'd probably be, yeah, the 3 with the Wi-Fi and everything like that.
Yeah. Are they shipping it yet?
I
just announced it.
I don't. Yeah. I thought they just had some leaked pictures from the SEC. I didn't know it was out yet. So, but he was asking.
Has anybody tried the Pi Zero yet?
Do we have any more? No, not yet. I think we're pretty much on the A and B models here. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. We have a few of them, so we just kind of work on what we have over here. I don't think. I mean, the newest thing we got is the Edison, but well, that's what ICE has got. But unless someone else got.
And the Intel Curie.
Intel what?
Curie.
Oh, the Curie, right? Yeah. So the Intel mini computer.
Yeah, the threes are for pre-order. They're available at the end of March.
Oh, okay. So the pre's aren't out yet. Yeah.
At least SparkFun says.
For wearable.
So this is Arduino.
Yeah, it's an Arduino.
Oh, okay.
But it's Intel.
Intel chip Arduino. I didn't know it was an Arduino.
Like a sensor in it.
Yeah.
And we're also thinking about participating Arduino Day. So
Arduino Day.
If anybody's up to coordinate March 21st to submit something for Arduino Day.
Arduino Day is March 21st.
That's what this box is full of, but I haven't figured it yet.
Oh, then that's how we should
Sign
have.
up to do it.
Yeah, let's do something.
Yeah.
Let's just get together and do something, and we'll just submit.
Yeah. Well, the project I'm doing, we can submit it. It's got to be done by April.
No, it's more of a
like
where people come in and interact, and maybe you show off what you did and talk about it, or you explain how to do that to other people, or you say, "Here's what I did, and here's how you can do something," or that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, that's great, and we can help you. But.
Yeah. I mean, I made a turntable with an Arduino for 3D scanning that I've been using at the med school. So that may be something I bring Arduino Day.
So we can submit a get together of Arduino, and then we celebrate it on April 2nd. That's what we hold it at.
So so we'd have the event on a separate day, or?
Yeah, it's like you submit.
Oh, you submit on the 21st.
Yes, March.
Okay.
And then the actual day is going to be April 2nd.
Cool.
So that's something everybody want to do.
Yeah, and Linz is here also working on Arduino stuff. Yeah, he might not be able. Yeah, you have to go over. You have to stand by the lockers and wave to Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Lynn. See you again.
So yeah, everyone's here tonight.
Edison has a reset and a reset button for masters only.
Wow.
It says master reset.
2 reset buttons. That's one too many. One too many reset buttons.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put my hands all over your board.
Sir? I think it's something like the master reset would like take it to factory original state. Whereas the other one
That's
just
pretty.
simply
It's pretty crazy
start.
just having a push button for that. Though, don't you think?
There are 2 buttons. 1, 2. Can you see it? I don't know.
I will refrain from.
It's weird. Arduino shouldn't have 2 buttons. I'm just saying.
I didn't pay for Arduino stuff, even though it's $3 worth of to support the community.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on over here. But I feel like it's like half in real life and then half just online. So. But I wouldn't mind if we got some CNC in here, just a space issue and insurance issue. But
Put it in the acrylic box.
Yeah. Well, I think the CNC would be fine. If we wanted to get like a laser cutter, then we'd be in a little more trouble.
Yeah, laser cutters are actually a lot simpler.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
They just get, people get a little worried about it when it says laser.
Yeah.
Outgassing.
Oh yeah, outgassing. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the big difference. Like Ross has awesome insurance. We have like we cover people in case they get burned by soldering irons or something. But Ross has like the big equipment insurance, and his is a lot more complicated than ours. So he has a lot more regulations and safety training than we have to provide comparatively. But yeah, I mean, if he was here, he'd probably explain it. But yeah, ours is a little simple. But it took a long time to get our insurance, though. Like they had to what did they classify us as, Noah? Do you remember? Is they don't have a Makerspace checkbox for the insurance computers, so well, at least at the time, so they had to categorize this as something else. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. It was not a Makerspace. It was some other thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we've signed up. We're incorporated as a vocational school.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what Ross did, but yeah, I remember he had to go through a lot of hoops and hurdles for his insurance. We did too-ish, but it was just mostly because they didn't know how to classify what we're doing. But yeah, I guess for future stuff, vocational school makes sense.
Well, that was what our insurance agent recommended.
Yeah. And move this water bottle out of the way. Noah's water bottle is like covering up the projector.
I guess it's too thick to offer interesting.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna head out. It was good chatting tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely good chatting. I think I may go see about getting back through the rain to home. Hopefully we haven't lost too many trees out there in the
Yeah.
So Maui, thanks again for starting this, keeping this going, and High Cap, let's talk about forums and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you haven't been, just send me your email. I'll get you on the Slack, and then you can bug Ed as much as you want about that. you can have him like send you all the stuff to, get set up on that with the forum software. Like I said, I think it's open source. They put it on GitHub, so it should be
Maybe
available.
we can have a conversation, kind of decide on what we all want to do, and then go forward with that. That'd be the way to do it, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so this is
Sounds great. Yeah, thanks a lot for inviting us to talk.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, cutting off the broadcast. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.